Hello guys, and welcome to what is a really exciting day in 2020. And I think it's pretty fair to say that 2020 hasn't had too many exciting days in there, but this is certainly one of them. So I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm really glad that you are taking the time to join us, because this is the launch of Badminton Australia's new brand. I'm Georgie Tunny. I'm an Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the ABC journalist, and currently I work on the ABC's News Breakfast television program. You might see me presenting the sport or the weather there occasionally as well, but I'm really, really happy to be a part of this event today. Before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we are meeting on today, their elders past, present and future, and future emerging generations too. Now, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have really been prominent in badminton over the years, so we acknowledge their outstanding contribution to the sport right across this country. I'd also like to welcome a few special guests in particular as well. The Minister for Youth and Sport, the Honourable Richard Colbeck, who's joining us from Parliament House in Canberra. Badminton Australia President Andrew Greenway is here as well. Board members of Badminton Australia, including Judy McDonald, Geraldine Brown, Paul Kern, Luke Po Wong, and Sophia Varelis, as well as the state and territory badminton boards too. We'd also like to welcome representatives of our key partners as well today: Sport Australia, Australian Institute of Sport, Crown Group, Li Ning, Yonex, the Australian Olympic Committee, Commonwealth Games Australia, Paralympics Australia, Badminton Oceania, and the Badminton World Federation too. Now, of course, a very special welcome too to the wider badminton community as well. There's so many of you out there. So this includes players, coaches, officials, administrators, coaching staff, volunteers, club and association committee members. Normally we would be meeting in person, but of course, in this COVID normal world, I am zooming into wherever you may be watching this. And it's just the new world that we find ourselves in. I'm sitting in my kitchen. I'm not sure where you are right now, but it is really wonderful to be with you. The organisation has a new CEO. It also has a new office in inner city Melbourne. There's a new high performance system. There's a new website, plus all of the really exciting announcements that we have coming up for you, because we're not just launching a new look for Badminton Australia, we've also got new logos for each of the states and territories. There's a new nickname for the Australian-Badminton Team, a new logo, a new mascot. It's a lot. There's a lot for us to get through, but stay watching, because after all of that as well, we're going to let you know how you can become a foundation supporter of the Australian-Badminton Team. And if you do that, you receive a supporter pack that includes a national team scarf, a bumper sticker, a beanie, and lots more as well. So before we go any further, we thought we'd remind you a little bit about the huge impact that badminton has had throughout the years. What's next indeed? What a great package there, looking at what has been and where we're heading now with badminton in Australia as well. There's been such a proud history and a long history of the sport in Australia. It goes way back to 1874. So there has, of course, been so much involvement and so many people involved in the sport's success over the years. And I'm sure that that is going to continue as well as we enter this new era too. Now, we do have some very special messages from the sports community as well. It's not just me who is extra excited about today, but they are joining in on all the fun as well.
Hey guys, my name is Renu. I represented Australia at the London Olympics in 2012 and 3 times at the Commonwealth Games. I'm really proud and honoured to have represented Australia playing the sport I love, badminton, and I'm really excited and looking forward to the new brand launch and logo for badminton. Thanks, bye.
Hey badminton fans, I'm really looking forward to seeing the new look badminton logo, an Australian Badminton Team name and logo. Good luck to the Australian Badminton Team. Go Aussies!
Hey everyone in Australia, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the team's new logo and finding out the nickname for the Australian Badminton Team. See you in Tokyo next year and at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games in 2022. Bye!
Hello, my name is Paul Erik Høj Larsen. I'm the president of Badminton World Federation and a former Olympic gold medalist. We wish all of you in Australia the best of luck with the launch of the new brand for Australian Badminton. And also, best of luck with your Australian team. Thank you.
Oh, so many people are excited about the new era of badminton. It's not just myself. Another one joins us now as well. It is my pleasure to introduce the Federal Minister for Sport, the Honourable Richard Colbeck. Minister, it is so great for you to be here today on what is such an important and an exciting day for badminton in this country.
Well, thanks, Georgie, and it really is a pleasure to be here to participate in the launch of the new brand and new logo for Badminton Australia, and for everybody who's looking forward to the Olympics next year in 2021, which will be Japan 2020. And congratulations to a sport that has such a long and rich history, one of the top 5 participation sports globally, 280 clubs around Australia and about 250,000 participants here in Australia. So congratulations to the sport, fantastic work on the development of the new brand. I love the new nickname, the Falcons, my favourite bird. So let's hope that that provides a whole heap of impetus and inspiration for the team as they head off to Tokyo, but also to grow the sport here in Australia. It is a great sport. I have very fond memories of it being one of the things that helped me to get to know my community when I moved to a new community on the northwest coast of Tasmania when I was young. And each town had a team. We all played at the town hall. So fantastic to see the new impetus for the game here in Australia.
Well, Minister, before I get you to officially launch the new brand, I want to pick you up there on being a lover of badminton, a player of the game. What were your skills like?
Look, I was a pretty average player, but it was a really important part of our community, and we know that sport is something that brings us all together. So as a young bloke who was new in a local community, participating in sport was something that I loved, but it took me to all the towns around the district. So I was living in Wilmot. We played against Melrose, Guns Plains, all of those other small towns in the district. And it's how we got to know our local community. It brought us all together. Obviously, plenty of exercise, but a great sport to get to know everybody and become a part of the community. So I have very, very fond memories of that time.
Well, we are looking at a really strong national team heading towards the Olympics. Hopefully they will happen next year, but 2020 has been so difficult for so many, including all of those athletes. How excited will you be to actually see them compete on a world stage when the Olympics do happen?
Look, I think that the Olympics goes ahead is really important. You're right, 2020 has been a tough year for everybody, including our athletes. And for them to have something to look forward to in the near future, I think is really important off the back of the postponement of the games from this year, but also to bring us all back together. As I said a moment ago, sport is one of those things that brings us all back together. And I think the Olympics could be one of the events that brings the world back together. It reconnects everybody within each sport, but also more holistically. So I think it'll be a really important event, and that it does go ahead in 2021, and I'm really looking forward to it.
We talk about how community sport really does play such an important role in the social fabric of any type of community and bringing people together. What would your message be to those who may not have considered taking up badminton before, or wanting to look at other sports that they can be playing at the moment?
Well, badminton is one of those sports that is easy to get into. Yes, well, I've always seen the kit around in sports stores. So I'd encourage anybody who's looking to participate in sport to consider badminton as a game they can play. Like I said, town halls all across my district had a court marked out within them. All those courts are still there and can be played indoors or outdoors, particularly outdoors in some of it. You know, indoors it's an all-season sport, and the objective from my point of view is to keep people active, keep people moving, and badminton is obviously a great sport for that.
It certainly is, and inclusivity really is the word of 2020. That's what we want to see moving forward, and that's what Badminton Australia is bringing us from today, because we are right now about to launch the official new era of Badminton Australia. Minister, I'm going to count it down and then you launch it for us. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Just like a picture on the wall, and now I know how to steer. I'm not afraid if I should fall, yeah. It took some tears, oh, but together we were strong, and now I feel a burning beat inside my heart, and I feel alive for the first time in my life. Oh baby, I feel alive tonight. You lift me up before I fall too far. You lift me up, you help me see the stars. You pick me up when all my hope is gone. You lift me up, you lift me up, you lift me. Living in fear, I couldn't see the rising sun. Just felt the weight of the world every time I tried to run. But you helped remind me who I am and where I'm from. And now I feel a burning beat in my heart. Yeah, I feel alive for the first time in my life. Oh baby, I feel alive tonight.
That all looks so fantastic, Minister. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you joining us on the launch of the new look of Badminton Australia. I also have a couple more guests standing by though, and I'd love to introduce them now. We're bringing in Australian team members Gronya Somerville, who is in Victoria, and also Julian Lee from WA. A huge welcome to you both. Gronya, I want to start with you because you are preparing for the Olympics in Tokyo. You're trying to qualify. That really cannot be easy any year, but especially in 2020, the middle of a pandemic. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's nice to be back open in Victoria and to be able to train fully again. It's definitely an adjustment with the Olympics moving back 1 year. So we're just kind of reassessing our tournament calendar and our goals going into the Olympics.
How did you first get into badminton?
I actually got into it by chance through a talent identification program. So I was in primary school, 12 years old, and my PE teacher just gave me a flyer saying, come to these tryouts for badminton, you don't need any experience. And I'd played a lot of other sports, but never badminton. So I went to the tryouts and I did okay in all the fitness tests that they had us do. And then we had a hit at the end of the day. And I just fell in love with the sport and all the different components of it and started training. And here I am.
You have a different history than me. I remember when those talent scouts would come to my school and I'd be like, they're going to choose me. They're going to choose me. They never chose me. So congratulations on being a superlative athlete. Look, you got to have a bit of a sneak peek at this new brand. What do you think of it? And also, do you think it's going to give you a little bit of a competitive edge now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it definitely ties together all the states and badminton as a community in Australia, and especially puts us up there with all the other sports in Australia who are represented so well. So I think it'll be a really good change moving forward into the next year for Badminton Australia.
Okay, well, Gráinne, I'm going to leave you there and bring in Julian now. And Julian, for you, as a junior player going through this time and also through the ranks at the moment, what has this been like? How are you going with your training?
Well, training's been pretty good actually. In WA, there hasn't been much lockdown and Corona's been pretty controlled. So our training regime hasn't really changed that much. So
how did you get involved with this sport?
Similar to Gráinne, when I was 12 in school, a club came to my school and started scouting people, and they chose me as one of them.
And so Badminton Australia, with this launch, or as part of this launch, they're also launching a new high performance program too, and that is meant to help specifically players like you who are the best at what you're doing and are trying to achieve all that there is. What do you have your sights on? What do you hope from your career?
I really hope to represent my country internationally in the World Champs and Olympics. That'll be like a great experience for me, and I'll be really proud to do that, especially with a sport that I enjoy this much.
Well, Gráinne and Julian, it's so wonderful to have the chat. I wish you all of the best with everything that is ahead, especially those key dates that you were talking about as well, Gráinne. So we are not stopping there, though. We are wanting you to show us the new Australian, we want to show you reveal the new name and the logo for the Australian Badminton Team. I'm going to get to the Australian team mascot. So, Gráinne, I'm going to get you to start this first, okay? I know you have a racket with you. I want you to get prepared, get it ready, have it feel, comfortable, and do what you do best. We're going to swing our way into this reveal, the new name and logo for the Australian Badminton Team, including the Open, Para and Junior teams. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Here we go! Everybody come together. Here we go! Yeah, yeah, yeah! You and me figure out what this life's all about. Couldn't we make it fun? Yeah, yeah, yeah! Here we go! Here we go! Everybody come together. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. Heaven knows your guilty pleasure. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mi casa, su casa, amigo. Mi casa, su casa, I'm the lucky one. Mi casa, su casa, amigo. Mi casa, su casa, I'm the lucky one. Here we go. Everybody come together. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
round of applause is necessary. The Falcons, what a reveal. I love the colors, and I also love that it said everyone can be a Falcon, because maybe, just maybe, I will get there one day as well. That's not the only thing that we are announcing as well at the moment. Julian, I'm going to hand it over to you just like I did with Bronya. You're going to swing us in to the big reveal and show us the new Australian team mascot. Are you ready? I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
We're having fun. We're having fun. Party like it's your last. Party like it's your last night. We're having fun. We're having fun. Party like it's your last. Party like it's your last night. Major, major, major fun. Major fun. Gonna have major fun. Just have fun. Baby, have fun. Baby, have fun. Shot, baby, have fun. Major, major, major fun.
Hands in the air, hands in the air. Wave them all around like you just don't care. Hands in the air, hands in the air. Wave them all around like you just don't care. Hands in the air, hands in the air. Wave them all around like you just don't care. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm done.
Oh, Julian, excellent work with that reveal. I love the mascot. It looks amazing. And thank you so much, Julian and Bronya, for joining us and having a chat and talking us through it. Stay right there. I'm now going to introduce another guest for us today. We are now talking to the recently re-elected president of the Board of Badminton Australia, Andrew Greenways, joining us from Queensland. Andrew, how are you going in 2020?
Oh, hi, Georgie. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, things are going well. We're a bit like Western Australia. We've been a bit lucky up here and have been able to play badminton since July now. But obviously, that's not the same in all of our states. So we do feel for those that have been in Melbourne and some of the other states where the lockdowns have been a lot harder to deal with, and we know that it's hard for athletes in these particular times. So we're all open now, and looking forward to getting back on the court, which is brilliant news.
Yeah, you've got such great news today with this new era of badminton. Why is it so important that in the new era, Badminton Australia has a new brand?
Yeah, look, I think we've been on a journey for the past couple of years. We've gone from being a sport that's probably been traditionally sort of a second tier sort of sport, and now even our participation numbers over the past couple of years have really grown. And look, as a sport, we're ready to step into the big league, and part of that is our brand. It's about how we present our organisation and our sport to the Australian community, and the brand is a really good way of unifying all of the good work that our states and our clubs do, pulling it all together in one package and really being able to present that back to the country. But not only that, it's been a really good journey of working collectively together within the sport to come up and to produce what we're seeing today. So it's been great.
And Andrew, I'm excited to report that I do believe you also have a racket and are going to have another reveal for us.
I do.
Is that correct?
That's
amazing.
Correct, I do.
Okay, racket at the ready, because you are launching the new tagline and slogan for badminton in Australia. I'm counting you down once again. Let's go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's play.
Let's play. It sounds so simple, but I think that's the beauty of it. That's what it all comes down to. Badminton is such an inclusive sport. So really anyone who wants to play can play. Andrew, thank you so much for revealing that for us as well. And finally, I'm bringing in the new CEO, Jamie Parsons, as well. Jamie, what a launch this has been. I have to thank you for being our technical control as well and bringing us all of those joyous videos too. Why is this new brand, in your opinion, so important or also so perfect for badminton in Australia?
Thanks, Georgie, and it's a real pleasure to be with everyone today. I think we're competing with people's time as a sport. We're not just competing with other sports, but we're competing with the entertainment industry. We're competing with the internet. We're competing with computer games. We're competing with people going shopping, and we want people to spend time on badminton. And we know from our research that people want to do stuff that's healthy, that connects with friends, and is fun. And badminton fits perfectly into that way the world is heading.
Well, we're all about fun, especially after this year. So hopefully there can be far more of it in 2021. What else, though, has Badminton Australia got coming up that everyone attending today should know about? What, in your opinion, are really some of those key cornerstones that we can look forward to?
Yeah, so as well as the brand, the board will very soon be releasing our new strategic plan for badminton in Australia, not just for the next 4 years, but also looking to 2032. And 2032 is important because it's quite possible that Australia will end up with the Olympics. And if they do, the 12-year-olds of today, and Grania, who we've seen today, and also Julian will be veterans by then, but I'm sure they'll still be vying for the Olympics. But the 12-year-olds of today are going to be the 25-year-olds in 2032 for the Olympics. So we need to have a pathway that builds for them, and we need to have an integrated approach to ensuring we've got success into the future.
Oh, there has been a serious amount of work that has gone into all of this, and a lot of dedication as well. Is there anyone in particular that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I really want to thank the board of Badminton Australia and also all of the states and territories and all the community and everyone who filled in a survey that we've had over the last 6 months or so to develop this brand. And we've also had a really strong working group, and that working group have worked really hard. Matt Johnson, Olivia Nah, Vikram Varma, Michael Chen, Anthony Macazia, Tristan Clow, Matt Simpson, and also David Canizzo are all on that working group, and we had regular meetings over a lengthy period of time. We had really good debates and discussion, and you can see the product of what we've got that's come out today. It's been fantastic.
Oh, it certainly has. The Falcons, go Falcons. Let's play. I'm so excited for what is ahead of this sport. Jamie, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who's joined us here, but everyone watching as well. That's it. There was so much for us to get through, but we did it. I hope you're as excited as we all are to bring you the Falcons in 2021 and beyond as well. It's been so wonderful to be a part of this new era in badminton here in Australia. And I know I've seen how hard you all work behind the scenes, so it's really, really great that we could put that on display today so that we can make sure all of the athletes achieve and all of the players have fun. It is just about getting out there, having a go, and let's play. I thank you all. We'll be sharing this launch shortly on social media. Please tweet, share the new brand for badminton as widely as possible. Put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok. If you can do some trick shots with your racket. I mean, we did see some skills here today, but if you think you can better it, please put it everywhere. And don't forget to become an Australian Falcon Foundation supporter.
Dance tonight, just dance tonight, under the starry night, just dance tonight. Yeah. Girl, I really wanna see you dance, and I really wanna see you move your body. It's a party, dancing like you got nothing to lose. Shake your body like a Polaroid picture. Don't be afraid to move that figure. Dance all around like you own the world. Hands up high while you twist and twirl now. Grab my hand, take it like Alice to a wonderland. Spin you all around like a ceiling fan. Oh yeah, this is fun. Come on. Under the starry night, just dance tonight.
Yeah, let me say it again. Girl, I really wanna see you dance, and I really wanna see you move your body, it's a party, dancing like you got nothing to lose. Shake your body like a Polaroid picture, don't be afraid to move that figure. Dance all around like you own the world, hands up high while you twist and twirl now. Grab my hand, take your life Dallas to a wonderland, spin you all around like a ceiling fan. This is fun.
Dance tonight.
Yeah.
Just dance tonight.
Under the starry lights. Come on. Let me see you dance tonight.
Dance tonight.
Let me see you dance. Just
Dance tonight. Just dance tonight. Under the starry lights. Just dance tonight.
Yeah. Girl, I really wanna see you dance, and I really wanna see you move your body, it's a party, dancing like you got nothing to lose. Shake your body like a Polaroid picture, don't be afraid to move